Hey beautiful people, it's Julie from Mystical Moonchild. How are you today? I hope you're happy and well, and tarot cards are starting to come out. So we'll see what messages we have, yeah? Okie dokie. Once again, it's saying you're not listening, you're not resting. Why are you not taking time out for yourself? I can't really put any other words into this, okay? This is exactly as it is. Rest, replenish, renew. Because if you don't, this is exactly where you can end up. Exhausted, on your back, not being able to get up for a while. Okay? They're showing you the signs. You've got to listen. And you really don't. Your body will tell you. It will show you signs, when you're overdoing it, so disease doesn't manifest. But when obstacles do come in, you really got to look into the metaphysical meanings of that and work out why that is happening to you. And once you've learnt that lesson and you've done something about it, you'll be up and running. Okay? Your body is amazing. It can repair and renew. But it will teach you lessons if you want to muck around. Okay? I mean, it's going to teach you lessons anyway because this is what we're here to do. But, if you listen, the lessons aren't going to be so full on, so drastic. Now, we have the Queen of Wands here. And it's like, there's lots of deep reflection. I feel like you know this, but you're not doing this. You know what you've got to do, but you just make excuses. Oh, tomorrow, next week, because I've got this whole month planned. Or I've got, it doesn't work that way. When you're told to stop and rest, you have to stop and rest. When you sit at a traffic light, do you stop when it goes red? Or do you just go, no, I've got to get there and just plow through, cause an accident? Your body shows you the same things in a different way. Please listen. Please be mindful. Please be respectful to yourself. Because as I say, if you do not respect you, nobody else is going to. What you put in is what you're going to radiate out and attract. Okay? So always be mindful about this beautiful vehicle that you've got. And when it needs time out and resting, like a car needs to go in for a service, the body needs a service too, right? It needs a top up, a recharge, a renew. Some good substance put in. And remember, your body only repairs when it's resting. So if you're not resting, there's no repairing being done, is there? And being the Queen of Wands, or the King of Wands energy, it's like, you know this, you know how to do this, please listen, because this is actually in your hands. And the lesson is, well, we're telling you, you get it, but you're not doing it. And no one can do that for you because that's your journey. But why would you want to get to there when you could be manifesting and creating everything that you do want in your own time? Enjoy that journey. You don't have to smash it out and get it done. You enjoy the journey. You smell the roses. You look at what you've manifested in your abundance and you're grateful, and it's like, wow. And you've enjoyed doing it. Okay, because you've allowed each day to have a meditation, eat healthily, do your work, but not overdo things, clarity of mind. You've got a goal, a vision that you want, so everything you do is heading towards this vision that you want in your life. Everything is lovely. The grey, wet days, the bright, sunny days. It's about really changing your perception and looking at life. Yes, there's obstacles out there that aren't pleasant. You don't have to bring them to you. Okay? You can sit there and just be in your vision of what you want and where you want to be. Nurturing yourself, allowing the guidance to come through and moving forward nicely. Okay? No rushing. No need to rush. Because if you think about it, if you constantly rushing and that's all you do is rush, 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 rush. If you were to look back at your life and think, all I ever did was do this here and do that there and work me butt off, and I haven't enjoyed anything, really. I've always just thrown myself into everything. And then that's expected of you. No. What's expected of you is to have a life, to enjoy your life, to smell the roses, to accomplish what you want to accomplish, and do it with grace. Grace and gratitude. Because your existence matters. You're not robotic. So please rest that body and recharge and love it for what it is and what it does. Okay, because it does an awful lot. And it's the key to everything to move forward. And enjoy the process. I'm always going to say enjoy the process, because everything that happens, the good and the bad, the obstacles, they are processes. You can laugh them off. You see them for what they are. And then it's like, okay, good one. Because you know the lesson behind it. Okay, you've mastered that. And on that note, I'm going to say, have a lovely day. Sometimes what comes out just comes out the way it does. I'm not filtering. It is what it is. Take it for what it is. It may not apply to everybody. That's fine. But I'm sure there's something, some part of that will resonate within everyone. Because everyone is valuable. And everyone is needed. And as I said, you're not a robot. You're not a machine that can just keep plowing through. Because it's just not the way we were designed. So there's a lot of other factors that we need to enjoy. And work can be enjoyable. A lot of people love work, and that's great. I love my work. But I also have my time out to connect as well. And I also potter in the garden, and I have young kids with me. You know, I'm everywhere. And I do all sorts of things. And I have a truly blessed life. And that's how you've got to see it. Change your perception. You know, even though you're going through stuff, it's like, well, I'm still blessed. And everything will work out. Everything is as it's meant to be, because every person that's in the equation around you has got their own life lessons. So together you're there to support and build. Sometimes they drift away because you've taught them what they need to know, and then they drift, or they may not want to know what you're trying to teach them. Because sometimes you jump in, you can say like a bit of a spiritual guide, and they don't want to know that lessons, and you know, energies change and they go off on a different pathway. Doesn't mean they don't come back, because sometimes they will, but if they do, that's their journey. It's like having a child. You install the morals, good morals into them. And whatever they choose to do in their life, you know, you've cemented a solid foundation of what, you know, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, how to listen, how, you know, you teach them all, you know, how to get out of things, like you meditate, get your clarity, get healing done when you need some healing. It's about mindful nutrition, exercise, ways of dealing with real life things like anxiety and depression and things. You know, you give them a basket full of knowledge, and they take that away with them. And, you know, some of that will drift through. A lot of it may drip through, and some of it may not, because they will always know better, and that's okay too. That's their journey. What you've done is give them the correct tools to move forward. Okay, what they do with those tools, like any tradesman, that's their journey. What they create with it, right? It's the same thing. You give them tools, what they create with it is theirs too. So I hope this leaves you well today. Maybe a little bit of thinking, but seeing things maybe in a different way. Maybe finding a way to, you know, put this into your life, because, you know, you get it, but you haven't. You haven't done it. Whatever little change this whatever little change this has inspired in you is what you sit with. Okay? It may only be a fraction of it, but a fraction is more than nothing. Don't overwhelm yourself. Watch it several times if you want to pick up on something else. They're out there for you guys to move forward in your life, and this is my journey to help you. Okay, love to you all. See you tomorrow. Bye.